Hi, what's up, guys? So, guess what? Today we are going to play tennis, and my coach here is going to be teaching me, since I really don't remember the last time that I've played tennis or if I've ever really played it before.
I was going to ask if you played tennis before.
I don't think so. So, let's say today is going to be my first time. All right, so we'll catch you on the tennis court, show you idea, and then show you some of the action on the court, actually. So, yep, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay, tennis game is over.
Over.
That was pretty intense.
I think it was a good game.
Yeah. I think I played better than my coach today.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't. It's not true at all. I taught you how to serve. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, technically, tennis, I think maybe I might have played it some time before, because I kind of like know kind of like the basic rules, like serving and those kind of things, but it's been maybe like a very long time ago.
I think for a first timer you tried. It took me a long time.
I think maybe I might have tried
it
some time ago, but it's been so long that I've actually forgotten about it. But like, good session, just that.
Good session.
Good
session. We'll come again.
My legs are aching, so stay fit, fam. Stay fit.
A few moments later.
Okay, wonderful. The weather is a bit cool today. You know, summer is gradually drawing to an end, and we just finished playing a game of tennis.
Woohoo!
And we thought we were going to do this video just to talk about some of the benefits of keeping fit and living a healthy lifestyle, and some of the many advantages that you can derive. So to begin with, what are some of the benefits of staying fit and keeping a healthy lifestyle?
Well, I think for the first point, I'd say that if you are able to exercise, let's say 30 minutes averagely in a day, you will reduce your risk of chronic diseases like hypertension, like diabetes, like obesity, and so on and so forth. Because like you're active, you're always active, and so it reduces your general risk. For these diseases. It's
really important, because especially in like the Ghanaian society and the Ghanaian background that we come from, you know, keeping fit and a healthy lifestyle, I think these days is becoming popular. But initially, a lot of people didn't see the need for doing it, because it was assumed to be something that only, you know, fat people needed to do to lose weight.
And that really cracks me up, because if fat people were the only ones to exercise, Kweku and I wouldn't be here. I've been slender my whole life, and Kweku too.
I've never been big any of my lifestyle,
so then both of us, we will not need to be on this tennis court at all. So it's not for fat people, it's for every single body.
And I think coming out here in Canada, you see a lot more people take fitness really seriously. There are so many like fitness gyms and fitness centers, you know, fit for less, and
on the campuses, out in the open, like you see this tennis court, it's free, and so you can just walk in here with your racket. All you need is a racket and your balls. Where are my balls? Like, you just need your racket and some balls, and you're game. You're gone. So
and there
are everywhere.
There are so many different types of, you know, simple exercises, you know, even brisk walking or taking a jog for the 30 minutes required a day. It's important. The idea is to get you moving.
Just move. Or you can even be in your house. And in Ghana, oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to getting a Ghanaian skipping rope. You see, it's quality. I bought one on Amazon, and like it's okay, but I like the Ghana one, the color blue and green, and that one. So if you are privileged to be in Ghana, oh my goodness, just go to Mokola and get a skipping rope, stand in front of your house, and this one, there's no excuse. Even if you live in a compound house, just get out of the house and skip and skip and skip, and get your heart rate,
pump blood to all the parts of your body, and those are some of the things which actually improve health and improve your general well-being
and your brain functioning, right?
Exactly.
It makes you smarter, because it's like when you exercise, for example, when you jump, when you're able to run or squat, you are able to like produce some hormones that make you feel better.
Good, yeah.
And so you have an absorptive memory.
Yeah,
is that correct? Yeah, so your brain is able to absorb things quickly.
Yep.
And you become smarter. Yeah, you become more active in class. When you go to work, you are not sleepy and things like that.
Exactly.
And I want to give like a shout out to some of my friends in Ghana who are really taking this exercise serious.
Who are those?
We have MG for you. MG at Empowerment Worship Center. And I think my sister Priscilla too is trying.
She's picking it
up. Priscilla is trying. So thumbs up to, like, shout out to Priscilla as well.
Yeah. And it's really important in terms of keeping you mentally sharp and, keeping you alert. A lot of people, in Ghana, you eat wache for breakfast, start feeling sleepy, lunchtime, go and eat your kenke and your fufu, and you start feeling sleepy. You realize that the food alone, because you are not
heavy,
because you are not more or less physically active, it's harder to burn, and it results in people feeling sleepy and dulling your alertness and all of that. So
I'd like to chip in that, like, you can eat your wache. Actually, it's better to eat heavy in the morning than in the evening. So I would say maybe you can eat your wache in the morning, but don't be eating like fufu at 9 p.m. and things like that. Because if you do that, then it's like you are wasting your exercise. So exercise comes with also checking your food.
Exactly.
Okay, you can't just
very
exercise and go and eat all the things in the world. Oh, how much must you eat?
Have you seen those funny jokes or skits where you have someone like walking on a treadmill?
Yeah, I've seen those.
And
funny,
then the video comes up, and
videos.
then they are eating maybe like ice cream
and bread, and they will say, "I can't kill myself."
I know, right?
Yeah, and I love my uncle Erigoka. Like when he saw me back in Ghana, it's like, Asantua, you're trying. You're really, really trying. You've not changed. You're the same.
Yeah.
Be like this. Be like this. Be like this. I'm like, oh my God, you should see that uncle of mine. He is so fit.
Yeah, and it's really important because a lot of like Ghanaians travel outside the country and they get into the habit of eating a lot of junk food and the pizza and the ice cream and the McDonald's and the fried chicken, and they come back to Ghana and they've put on weight, and it seems to be like I don't know why, like a Ghanaian society kind of puts,
like when you gain weight, then you
it's
you
like
rich.
life is good for you, especially when it comes from the guys, so
and then you have your tummy protruding, and
it's like you're living a good life. But
no
I think when we went back to Ghana, I had actually lost some weight.
Oh yeah, and people kept asking Kweku, like, are you not from abroad? And even me, people kept asking, like, well, you haven't changed, man. Like, no, I don't intend to change. And this whole man and protruding stomach, Kweku knows I would comment. The moment I see any hint of stomach protruding, I'm like, hey, please let it go back. And he does the same to me. So it's kind of like a check on each other, and I think so far it's helpful. Another important...
Before that, they'll say that, you got married, you are still the same way. Why isn't your wife giving you food?
I'm not feeding him well, and so if that's how people view it, then I mean it's up to them. But I don't think.
I think I'm more of, I eat less.
And Kweku even eats less. Like, guys, Kweku eats like once a day. And it's like, I'm in East Lansing, he's in Canada, and so often I'll be like, so have you eaten? I'll ask, have you eaten like 1,000 times? And then he'll eat once a day. So he's like on another level.
Yeah, but I think since the time you got to know me, you know that it's been a change. Because
like a huge change. Like when I met Kweku, he was always drinking Coke and like Fanta, and like I'm like, what's happening? Yeah, and pizza and he's Fanti and Tasty Jack and pork, and like eating it at should I say ungodly hours? Like eating it in the night. I'm like, this guy, this one, you have to really change, because
so I think so. You know what actually happened? There was a time where I was feeling generally very sick and very ill, and so I went to the doctor and we had a talk, and apparently we nailed down my issues to my eating habits.
So you see,
and that I was eating late and I wasn't eating the right thing. So from then on, I kind of had like a paradigm shift.
Right.
And I started becoming more interested in eating greens, and all my symptoms disappeared. I used to have these terrible like neck ache and back ache when I wake up in the morning. I feel so
because
terrible.
Because of your Fanta and your Coke and your...
As soon as I cut all of that out, I just saw a significant uptick in my health.
Drink Bissap. There's Bissap. You can just do Bissap tea.
What is Bissap?
It's Sobolo in Ghana. Sobolo, and I'm not talking about the Sobolo. You put all the sugar, like all the grams of sugar in the soap. No, don't like sugar too much. Yeah. Generally, sugar is not the best. So yeah, and I remember when I went to Ghana, Kweku's mom like pulled me aside and said, "Oh wow, I can really see your influence on my son. Like I see like his eating everything, the way he's looking, the way I like it." I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah, well done. Okay, so you're going to make
another point.
Yes.
So I think that when you exercise also, it builds your confidence. Yeah. Like you like the way you look, right? And especially for the ladies. If you like the way you look, you feel confident. Even if you need to like give a presentation or anything like that, like your dress is lying nicely on you, like your tummy is not protruding too much. It's like everything is in reasonable proportion. And so you feel confident, like general confidence. Because if you are not confident in the way your arm is looking, like you think your arm is too fat, or maybe your legs are too big, or something, you're generally not confident. I don't know if you have anything to say to that, but I guess it's the same for men or guys.
Come to think of it, I don't see any athlete who is not confident, or any athletic
all
person.
Of them are confident.
They all have some kind of confidence.
Like they are bold and like they are like, and all the Serena Williams, and I'm just mentioning Serena Williams because of tennis, okay? Yeah, Serena and Venus. Yeah, my coach in East Lansing calls me Venus. So I hope that one day I can get to her level. Yeah. Okay, shout out to my coaches in East Lansing, Mirel and Efua. Oh, I love those guys. So those guys, they were so patient with me and they taught me how to play tennis. Yeah, they taught me how to play tennis. So shout out to you guys. Love you.
Yeah, but we started playing tennis about 3 weeks ago, and I think personally I've improved really.
Oh yeah,
I think I play better than her now.
I don't think so.
She will never agree, but that's the truth.
So guys, I'm the coach, but Kweku doesn't want to acknowledge that I'm the coach. I taught him how to serve. Okay, acknowledge to everybody that I taught you how to serve. True or false? Don't talk plenty. True or false?
True.
Okay, true. So that's it. Can we move to the next point?
No, we can't.
Okay, go ahead. Whatever you want to say, but I'm ready to move to the next point.
Okay, all right.
I am ready.
For the sake of our viewers and so that we don't turn this into presidential debate, we'll leave it there.
No, we don't want to do that.
But I guess one day the whole world will see and judge.
Okay, amen.
One day let them watch us play and
judge.
They will be the judge.
Amen. So that means that we would have gotten to a really high level. So I'm saying a big amen to that.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
So another thing, did you have anything else to say? I want to talk about like how exercising can make you disciplined.
Oh yeah.
Because for me, when I was on my PhD, I felt really stressed, especially in my first year. I was always tense, like how to do presentation anxiety and things like that. And one of my Canadian friends introduced me to the gym. And so after that, I incorporated it into my schedule. And I found that the same way I could just get up, wear my gym stuff and go to the gym, I was able to translate, or I was able to transfer that discipline into other areas of my life. So for example, when it was time to be in school, I was in school. It was time to be in church, I was in church. I wasn't given excuses. So I became generally disciplined because I said to myself, if I'm able to go to the gym at least 3 times a week, I cannot give an excuse to not go for a prayer meeting. You see what I mean? Or I cannot give an excuse for not go to church or an all-night prayer session. So I was always at my all nights. I was always praying because I was generally disciplined. So that's just what I wanted to add. It helps you to be disciplined.
Because in order for exercise to benefit you, you must be consistent.
Exactly.
And once you set a schedule for yourself and you stick to it, as you said, it translates to other areas of your life.
Right.
In terms of knowing that, it's all part of the process of having a better life. Generally being disciplined, sticking to your goals and sticking to targets that you set for yourself. And, maybe you have some weight loss targets that I want to lose 5 kilos by the end of this month.
Right.
Because I want to lose 5 kilos every day. I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. or I'm going to wake up at this time and have exercise for this amount of time. And speaking of that, I was just reminded of the app. Maybe we should tell them about the app.
Oh, the Fit On app.
Yes.
So my sister and one of my friends in Canada told me about this Fit On app. It has everything you need.
Yeah,
and
lots of
I mean, I
exercises. And
introduced
it's all
some of
free.
my friends to it, and they love it so much. And so, like, you just watch an instructor and you follow what they ask you to do. And since I got registered on Fit On, oh my God, my life has never been the same.
Fit On addict.
I've become a Fit On addict. Like, in the morning I'm on Fit On, in the evening I'm on Fit On. Like, and some of my friends that I've introduced it to also love it. So
we'll put a link down to
is-
Fit On in the
it's
comments
so
below.
cool, guys. It's so cool. I don't think I'll ever leave the app. So
it has different kinds of exercises depending on your, your fitness level.
Right.
Maybe you are just starting off and you need to go gentle.
yeah.
There are different types of exercises depending on which part of your body you want to
Oh,
do some
yeah.
more exercise. If you want to do more cardio, if you want to do stretches.
Or abs,
Yeah.
legs,
So
booty,
many things.
booty, everywhere, chest. You do stretches, and trust me, guys, some of the exercises on Fit On are
Oh
like
my.
18 minutes or 12 minutes, but
They are really intense.
hard.
Really intense.
Oh my goodness, they're hard, and even for their dance, they will
Oh, yeah.
claim it's Zumba.
Cardio,
And by the time you are done,
kickboxing.
by the time you are done, you are dying. I remember, like, when I'm doing the abs, sometimes I scream. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, it's so hard. But like, it's really going well for some of my friends. You know, Vera told me about it. My sister told me about it. Actually, Titi was the first person. Okay, shout out to my friend Dr. Adebola. Her name is Titi in Kingston. Actually, Titi told me about Fit On in the beginning, but I didn't really pay attention to it. And then Vera, shout out to Vera in, where's Vera? British Columbia. Yeah, so Vera, you should see my friend Vera, guys. She has 3 children and she is so on point.
Okay.
So anyway, that's just about Vera.
And that's just to, to bring about the point about, losing weight after pregnancy. I know
Vera is my Vera is my
crazy about
go-to.
that.
Oh yeah. I'm going to just go to Vera when I get to when I get there. Yeah, God willing. And I mean, Vera already introduced me to Fit On, and Fit On, I realize, even has prenatal exercises and postnatal exercises.
Okay.
Yeah, I already saw it there. So.
For example, for the women who are, postpartum and have
Right.
lost some weight and
Yeah.
they want to be able to get back their weight too,
Because come on, guys,
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy new clothes because I gave birth. No, and so help me God. and all of you can hold me accountable, and because of all of you, I would even strive harder, right, to achieve it.
Yes, definitely. So
Yeah.
exercise definitely has many benefits, but the challenge is getting started. So it's really good if you can get an accountability
Partner, and that's what I said.
Get one person who is also interested in beginning the journey, and the two of you can start small. You don't have to start big.
small.
Maybe start
Yeah.
with taking a brisk walk, as I said, every evening,
Right.
and build your capacity up, get
And
the
then-
blood flowing and
Right.
your muscles stretched, and then you can begin with jogging, and then
And
can
then-
take up a sport, basketball,
Or
soccer,
something, or tennis,
tennis,
like I mean, yeah.
anything at all, just to
Anything.
get you moving, because scientists or research has shown that the less active you are, the more prone you are to all these diseases.
And the Bible.
Oh, and even the Bible.
Actually, I wanted to even start with this. What the Bible talks about in Timothy, right?
Yeah.
It says that physical
Exercise.
exercise, it profits a little.
A little. So,
Okay, so don't say because of exercise I won't go to church, or because of exercise I won't go to prayer meeting. No. Church profits you much. Prayer meeting, all the spiritual things profit you much. Exercise profits you little. So just add it on to everything you are doing for God.
Awesome. So I think that was a little,
And your body will thank you.
a little
Yeah.
tidbits to share with you on
guys.
our journey to living a healthy lifestyle. And
Right.
there's lots of information out there. Just feel free to search for good information, and I
Yes.
believe you'll be on your way to living a healthier
Healthy
life.
life. So before we go, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And
let's know your thoughts in the comments below, and
yes,
definitely any way we can help you in also beginning your journey
right.
to living a healthier life. So till we come in the next video,
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace
Peace
out.
out.
Peace out. Peace out.